Both legally and morally, hospitals cannot discharge their patients if they have no safe place to go. This means that people who are homeless, frail, living alone, or living in unstable accommodation can occupy hospital beds for several weeks, even months, long after their acute medical problem has been resolved. For hospitals, that means a loss in revenue, as a patient staying in a bed without any medical problems generates little, if any, income. On top of that, patients with serious medical conditions may wait days in the ER before being moved to a floor because the hospital's beds are full. This is a problem that Denver Health, the city's largest safety net hospital, is all too aware of. One patient at the hospital occupied a bed for more than 4 years, setting a record for the hospital at 1,558 days. Another with dementia came to the hospital after being released from Denver County Jail. His family refused to take him back. In the first half of this year alone, the hospital has treated more than 100 long-term patients. All had a medical reason that led them to being admitted to the hospital in the first place, but none had a medical reason for remaining there long term. According to Sarah Stella, a Denver Health physician, those people are, for lack of a better term, stranded in our hospital. To address this problem, hospitals from Baltimore to St. Louis and Sacramento are looking at different ways to help patients find a home. With recent federal policy changes that allow hospitals to allocate charity funds to housing, many hospitals have come to realize that it is actually cheaper to provide a month of housing than to keep patients in a hospital bed for one night. They have found that the math still makes sense even if they have to build the affordable housing units themselves, which is why Denver Health is now partnering with Denver Housing Authority to transform an old office building on the hospital campus into affordable senior housing, including 15 units designed to help homeless people transition out of the hospital. Peg Burnett, the hospital's CFO, noted that this is an experiment of sorts. We might be able to help better their lives, as well as help the financials of the hospital and help free up capacity for the patients that need to come and see us for acute care. It costs Denver Health $2,700 a night to keep someone in the hospital. Patients who are prime candidates for the transitional units stay on average 73 days at a total cost to the hospital of almost $200,000. The hospital estimates that it would cost a fraction of that, some $10,000, to house a patient for a year in its affordable housing units instead. It's a move that is gathering momentum, with America's largest managed care provider, Kaiser Permanente, pledging a sum of $200 million to help fight homelessness, building affordable housing units in several different states. The White House is also reportedly looking into changing a law that stopped hospitals from directly paying Medicaid enrollees rent, a step that could further accelerate hospitals' move into the real estate business. As Sarah Stella wisely notes, the hospital really is like the most expensive form of housing.